Welcome to Tarleton Radio's Top 10 List. A new series will be kicking off just in time for National Buy an Instrument Day. Before you pillage and plunder those music stores, we're here to help you hop on the musical bandwagon with Tarleton Radio's Top 10 Most Popular Instruments. Starting our countdown at number 10 is the harp. Its popularity in the modern century has almost been kept secret to the American culture of rock, pop, and indie. However, the harp's reign among the classical genre is long-lived. Its history dates back to 3000 BC Egypt, where paintings on the tomb walls show an instrument with design reflecting that of a hunting bow. Time favored the instrument, coursing through the Middle Ages with a newly added support pillar in 1720, where a pedal mechanism was developed to broaden the musical range. This new version was coined the single-action harp, which found popularity in the French court by the most pivotal player of the instrument, Marie Antoinette. The music community changed once again, calling the harp to evolve. In 1810, Sebastian Erard patented the double-action pedal harp, a model which has only been strengthened by harp makers based in the New World. While not the most popular on our list, the harp is a strong and steadfast instrument which has stood the test of time. Coming up as number 9 is the only brass instrument on our list, the trumpet. While this instrument does not have a long history, in the beginning of its life it was simplistic, only being able to play a handful of natural sounds formed from the player's lip vibration. The trumpet was originally crafted out of many different materials: bark, bamboo, clay, and even human bone. The trumpet became a European staple for military music. Its purpose remained for a long period of time a signal for marching in wartime. It became one of the lead instruments instrumental in the creation of jazz music, seeing its peak popularity come from the big band period of the early and mid 20th century. Number 8 on the list is the clarinet, a relatively young instrument in comparison to the harp and trumpet. The clarinet was invented in 17th century Nuremberg, Germany by Johann Christopher Dinner. Dinner took inspiration from the already known trumpet and would mold the clarinet into an instrument which utilized the reed-based mouthpiece and could play in low and high registers. Quickly following its invention, Mozart began writing several music pieces for the clarinet. It is said by the time that Beethoven reached his height as a composer, the clarinet was a standard in all orchestras. Today, the original Dinner-designed clarinet has only been slightly modified to the Boehm clarinet. Klaus Boehm modified the key system to fit the clarinet and adapt the instrument to a clearer, more varied sound. Number 7 will be going to another string instrument, the younger but much larger brother to the violin, the cello. The instrument, similar to what we've come to recognize as the cello, was first formed as the violin as the bass violin design. As preference for lower-pitched music grew in popularity, the need for this type of music was called for. Antonio Stradivari in 1710 crafted the cello at the size that is seen today, incorporating advanced design to set its place among other solo instruments. Today, cellos are considered extremely versatile in the music industry. Their modern rise in popularity could be contributed to the conception of cello rock, the subgenre that introduces gothic sounds to standard rock music. Taking our number 6 slot is the flute. While considered a woodwind instrument, it is the only instrument of this family that does not use a reed mouthpiece. The flute is the oldest known woodwind instrument known to man, dating back to 900 BC China. It is seen being used in many Eastern cultures as well as Native American cultures. As an instrument that has gone through many phases, the flute that we recognize today is popular in the classical and world music communities. The fifth instrument is arguably one of the most romantic instruments on our list, the saxophone. Known for its mellow, deep sound, the saxophone is an instrument catered to the world of blues and jazz. It is an instrument invented by Adolfo Sax for the sole purpose of combining the sound of brass instrument and the smooth flow of a woodwind. Today, there are 6 types of saxophone: sopranino, soprano, alto, tenor, baritone, and bass. The most popular of these being the alto and baritone, due to the middle range of the hearty tones. In today's age, you can see saxophones in everything from jazz bands to classical orchestra. Coming in at number 4, another instrument with roots deep in history, the drums. Artifacts from Mesopotamia to Native Americans have the likeness of what we would recognize as a drum, a small cylinder covered in stressed animal skin, to be struck with either hand or stick. Drums have had many different purposes in history. Some cultures use them for religious ceremonies and rituals, while other cultures have used it for entertainment purposes. In modern music teachings, though, it is used to help students understand beat and rhythm. Eventually, the instrument needed to adapt to the needs of jazz, early rock, and much other genres that developed during the 20th century. It was then that the modern drum kit was formed. The popularity of the drums today is reflected in pop, EDM, and the ever-popular rock and roll. Number 3 goes to the violin. While some argue it deserves the top spot, it was just beat out by number 1 and 2. The use of the violin crossed the economical and cultural barriers to become almost the most versatile instrument. It was popular with both nobles and commoners alike because of its rich tones and ability to fit slower and upbeat music styles. In today's world, while mostly heard in classical music, the violin still has modern listeners enthralled by its flexibility and beautiful sound. You can still find it being melded in the modern genres like dubstep by violinists such as Lindsey Sterling. Number 2, and the runner-up on our list, is the guitar, an instrument that was very popular in early history, but no one really knows the true origins of the stringed instrument. However, we do know that the earliest known guitar music was written in 16th century Spain. It is generally accepted as the cousin of the medieval lute, which was more popular until the Baroque era of music. Throughout the centuries, the instrument continued to grow and adapt to the changing culture. In 19th century United States, Christian Martin designed the flat-top guitar and the X-brace handle. This turned into the most popular design for the acoustic guitar. While acoustic guitars are still popular, the era of rock and roll brought the electric guitar into the limelight. Whether you enjoy the deep synthal sounds of the acoustic or the sharp shredding of an electric guitar, this instrument has everlasting popularity among the crowd. Coming in for our number 1 spot is the piano or keyboard. It is the metaphorical son of the harpsichord mixed with another instrument, the pipe organ, which was used historically mostly in religious or sacred roles in music. The piano was allegedly invented in 1700 by a man named Bartolomeo Cristofori. It was born from the need for a variety of both soft and loud sounds, something the plucking sound of the harpsichord could not offer as it could only produce one loudness, which made the instrument very virtuosic, but not very emotional. The piano uses a hammer function to hit strings and produce sound. Fun fact, the full name of the piano is shortened from its full original name, the soft but loud harpsichord. So every time you say piano, you are literally just saying soft in Italian. And that's the Tarleton Radio's top 10 list of the most popular instruments. We hope this has brightened your day and given you a little insight into the world of music. Before we go, make sure to go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and like and follow The Planet 100.7. Also, don't forget to tune into the radio station wherever you are by visiting KXTR.com and clicking Listen Live. Thank you so much for watching.